Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you some hidden features and give you some tips and tricks that you can use with your own Sony Xperia XZ Premium. So my first tip is more of a hidden customization feature. Now I'm going to show you how to tweak these animations. So first off, we need to enable this developer options. This will be disabled by default. This tab will not be available. So all you gotta do is go to settings, scroll down, go to about phone, then scroll down and repeatedly tap on build number. Quickly tap on the build number until your phone shows now you're a developer. Then go to developer tools and scroll down over here which shows window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animator duration scale. Now if you don't like these animations, you can turn them off completely. So if I select animation off, you can see the animations are now disabled, especially when you use that drop down menu. You can see there was no animation when I opened up the settings. And if you want longer duration animation, you can go ahead and select a longer time, say animation scale 2x. You can see it is slightly slower than default. Kind of looks nice but takes more time. So let's see how much the animation slows down on 5x. So you can clearly see the animations become slower. I really like to keep it at 0.5x because it kind of makes everything more faster. The animations are still there, but they're very quick. Makes my phone feel snappy. Tip number 2. Hide your personal photos from the album application. Now little did you know that the default album offers a feature that you can use to hide your photographs. So for example, if you don't want your friends or your family to see some personal pictures, you can hide them temporarily. Now how this works is you select any picture you want to hide. You can select any number of pictures. So for example, I've selected a few over here. Select them and use this drop down menu. You can see these 3 dots and select this 4th feature which says hide. Now you can see these items will be only shown in hidden, accessible from the navigation menu, which is that side menu. So tap on OK and you can see these photos will disappear from the regular album view. So to access these photos again, you swipe from left to right like this and tap on this hidden tab over there. Now this is not password protected or anything. Anyone can go ahead over here and select that hidden tab, but I think this comes in very useful if you're showing off some pictures to your friends or your family and you don't want them to accidentally see your personal picture collection. Now the way you restore those hidden photos back into your album is by going back into the hidden tab. Select the pictures you want to restore to the regular album. Again, use this drop down menu and select don't hide, and these features will be restored in the regular album view. So you might have seen a number of phones out there which display time, date, battery level, and additional stuff like notifications even when the display is turned off or the phone is in standby mode, just like this. Now typically Samsung and Nokia phones do this. Samsung calls it always on display, Nokia calls it glance screen. So what this does, it shows you the time, the date, battery level, and all of the notifications you'll get over here on the standby screen while consuming minimal amount of power. Unfortunately, our Xperia XZ Premium doesn't come with an always on display, but there is a way you can get always on display on the Xperia, and there is an app for this on the Play Store. So let's go ahead and unlock this. The app is called Always On AMOLED. Now this is not an AMOLED screen, but it will work just fine. So this is the app which I have downloaded, Always On AMOLED Beta. This is by Tom Rosenfield. You can go ahead and install this app on your phone to get that always on display feature on your Xperia. Now to make this app run properly, you'll need to give it some permissions, so which I will walk you through right now. Allow write system settings. and you'll need to give it notification access to allow the app to show the notifications. And right now it is enabled. You can go ahead and customize the watch face. I've selected digital clock. You can select analog. Unfortunately, most of the cool clocks are paid, so you'll need to buy the pro version, which is not that expensive. And I think the free app does perform the basic functionality quite well. Now the only downside of this application is that it consumes substantial amount of power. That is because this is an LCD display, and you guys know LCD display requires a separate backlight as opposed to pixels generating their own light on an AMOLED display. So I think until Sony implements OLED panels on their Xperia phones, there is no workaround for that battery drain problem. And I think guys, this always on screen looks kind of cool, especially when it's dark, as you can see right now. Do you guys ever get pissed off and annoyed when you give your phone to someone to do something, but instead they close the application and they start doing something else? Now, best example of this is you give your phone to your friend to browse the internet, but instead they press the home screen and they start going through your personal content, say like album application, and they view all your personal files and whatever is stored on your phone. Now, to prevent your friends and your strangers from accessing your personal stuff, you need to go to settings, scroll down to lock screen and security, and then scroll all the way down to screen pinning. Now turn the screen pinning on. By default it is turned off, and then you can go ahead and pin a certain app. Say you want to pin the Chrome web browser and prevent people from accessing. All you gotta do is select that particular application. So for example, right now nothing is running. Press this recent button and you can see this pin icon over here, and you want that in the Chrome web browser. So select the Chrome web browser once, press this recent button once again, bring the Chrome web browser up and press this pin icon. Now you can see the screen is pinned and your friend will not be able to access your personal content, as you can see over here. So to unpin this, just press and hold the back button and your phone will again ask for a password. That is your unlock key. And there you go guys. I think this feature is pretty darn awesome. And another demonstration is with the album app. Say you're showing some pictures to a friend of yours and you don't want him to access the entire phone's content. So again, press this pin button and now he'll be only able to browse your album application and nothing else. Everything else on the phone will be safe. So you can see I'm pressing the home button, but it is not going back to the home screen. I'm pressing the multitasking button. You can see the app is not going into split screen mode, and you can see the notification bar also will not work. So I think this is pretty darn awesome. So to resume the regular view, tap and hold the back button. Again, it will ask for your PIN and then only you'll be able to use the phone. And I think this feature is pretty darn awesome to prevent strangers and your friends from accessing your personal content. Did you guys ever feel that the UI elements on the XZ Premium are a little bit too big, especially this nav bar here? So if you're working on an app, you'll see this black area, but there's a way you can tweak the size of the nav bar. So it's very easy. You go to settings, scroll down to display, then again scroll down to display size, and by default it is set to medium, which is default setting. You just scroll it to small and you'll see the nav bar size will decrease, and overall this will increase the working area of the screen. This will be beneficial in chat applications like shown over here, and I think this is pretty cool. And this doesn't change the font size. You can see font size is still default, but the general working area on the screen will increase. So you can make it larger than that, but I prefer to keep it on the smaller size because this is a pretty big screen to work with. And also you can change the size of the icons on the home screen. So long press on the home screen, go to settings and change the icon size to small. You can see the icon size has decreased. Guys, how cool it would be if your Xperia automatically turned on silent mode and turned on battery saver when it's time for your bed. So there is a way to make your Xperia even more intelligent. So all you need to do is go to settings, Scroll all the way down and select Assistant. Now over here select this Xperia Actions. So I like to use this middle one, the Focus Xperia Action, but you can customize whatever you want. So in good night we have these options: turn on flight mode, do not disturb, notification light off, lower the brightness, no charger sound while connecting the charger. But again, I like to keep this focus active. So the timing is from 12 a.m. to 9 p.m. when generally I don't want to be disturbed and I want the phone to save battery power. You can select the time just like that and select which days this Xperia Action should turn on. And I have selected turn on do not disturb, and I have selected this option which turns on the stamina mode battery saving feature automatically when I am asleep. So when this is turned on, the battery saver will be enabled and the Xperia will be on silent mode, and that is from 12 a.m. to 9 a.m. every day. And again, you can set this good night mode to whatever you want, and I think this is pretty cool because when I'm sleeping the phone is on silent and it saves battery power. The Sony Xperia XZ Premium already has a stellar battery life. You can see I already have around 5 hours of screen on time and my battery life is still 46%. And maybe that's because I have kept the screen on for most of the time because I'm doing this tips and tricks video. But if you're struggling to get through an entire day on a single charge, you might need to turn on the stamina mode. Now the way you access stamina mode is you go to Android settings, scroll down, go to battery and tap on this stamina mode and just turn it on. Now when the stamina mode is turned on, the device performance is reduced greatly. You can see how much it is lagging, and generally everything becomes slow and the brightness decreases. That is to save the battery power. Both the GPU and the CPU run in underclock mode, but you can tweak that slightly. So you tap on stamina level and change to device performance. But again, that kind of defeats the purpose. You can see stamina mode is still turned on, but the device is performing normally. But I do like to keep it on battery time preferred, because when you're really low on battery, and this will help in extending the battery life for a couple of hours. But if you're running really low on battery power and if you don't have a charger nearby, you can go ahead and turn on the ultra stamina mode. Now what ultra stamina mode does is once it is activated, all the third-party apps will be disabled. You will be able to make phone calls, you'll be able to send messages. So let me just give it permissions. This is what you get in ultra stamina mode, but you do get additional battery life. So camera, messages, contacts, phone, album, clock, calculator, some very little amount of settings, and music player. So you can see there are absolutely no third-party applications in the ultra stamina mode. Internet will not run, and I think this is a very useful feature because it keeps the basic phone functionality running and it disables all the battery consuming applications so that your battery time gets extended by a couple of hours. In addition to Qnovo adaptive charging, the Xperia XZ Premium comes with a battery care feature. So to access the battery care feature, you go to settings, scroll down and tap on battery, and here we have the battery care feature. Now this is turned off by default and I do recommend that you turn it on. Now this feature works by detecting your charging pattern. Say for example you plug your phone into the charger around 12 a.m. and leave the phone plugged in for a long period of time. Say you unplug it in the morning around 9 a.m. So the phone will learn that charging pattern and will charge the battery up to 90% and it will cut the charging current. So the battery for a long period of time will stay at 90%. Now we all know that lithium ion batteries degrade faster when they're charged up to 100% for a long period of time, and they also degrade faster when they're discharged below 10%. This battery care feature will keep your battery charged up to 90% for the whole night. Just around half an hour before you unplug the phone, it will charge the remaining 10% up. So in theory, your Xperia's battery lifespan should increase slightly as opposed to this feature being turned off. Don't you just hate it when the screen goes to sleep when you're reading some important article, reading an important document, watching a presentation, or looking at some photographs? Now there is a workaround that. All you need to do is go to settings, Scroll down, go to display and turn on this smart backlight control. So this smart backlight control works by detecting that you're holding your phone in your hand and the screen stays on when you're looking at a photo or reading a document or doing some stuff. And I think this is pretty cool because again and again you don't have to change the sleep timeout settings, and you can just leave the sleep setting to 30 seconds and turn on smart backlight control and keep on reading your document and viewing your web page without the screen getting turned off on you all the time. Did you guys know you can use gestures to receive a call, to decline a call, and to make your phone silent when it rings during a phone call? So to enable the gesture features, you go to settings, scroll down, go to calls, select the active SIM card, and over here you select this first option which says smart call handling. Tap on it and turn it on. So what it does, it answers the call automatically when you bring the device to your ear, and if you want to reject a call, just shake the phone like this and the call will be rejected. And if you want to turn off the ringer, just place your phone upside down like this. I think this feature is pretty cool because you don't have to touch the screen to answer, decline, or turn off the ringer when you get a call. So we all have those pesky songs which do not contain any information, like for example here you can see there is no album art, there's only the song name which is scrolling over here. There's no information about the artist, there's no information about the album. So there's a way you can fix that. Press these three dots, select edit music info, and select this option which says download get artwork and track info. And what this does is it'll get the information about the song, it'll download the album art automatically. So there we go. Once it is done, tap on the save button and there you go. And I think this is pretty cool because the album art also shows up in the music player widget, and also it shows up on the lock screen, as you can see over here. So I think album art downloading is pretty mandatory for all the songs. So if you have a lot of music on your phone, you might want to download this album art and song information in bulk. So to do that, in the music player, go to settings, scroll down over here which says download music info, tap on it, select replace all existing information and tap on start. The phone will download all of the appropriate album art and the information about the songs automatically. And I do recommend when you do this, plug your phone into the AC charger. Did you guys know you can apply themes to your Xperia phone to change the navbar icons and just generally change the color theme of your Sony Xperia XZ Premium? So to change a theme on your phone, just long press the home screen and select this option which says themes. Now currently you can see black theme is applied. You can go ahead, download themes from the Play Store. For example, let me show you this theme. And you can see the icons have been changed. You can see the navbar icons have also changed. And I think this is pretty cool, and you can download more of these themes on the Play Store. All you gotta do is go to Play Store, go to search over here and search for Xperia themes, and that's all you need to do. And there are a lot of themes on the Play Store which you can download and satisfy your visual needs. And I think this theme called UXP style Xperia theme is also pretty darn cool. It gives you the retro Sony Xperia looks. So for my last tip, I'm going to show you how to customize this Sony Xperia launcher. So to customize the Xperia launcher, you long press on the home screen and select settings. Here in the launcher settings you have auto rotation. That means you can auto rotate the launcher just like this. So my personal preference is I usually like to keep this auto rotation turned off. And over here you have the icon size, and here you have icon appearance. You can download different icon packs from the Play Store. For example, let me show you this. If I apply this, you can see the icon appearance has changed, especially this Snapchat icon, video icon. I think this is pretty cool. Another way to customize your phone. And here we have show names in the dock. If I turn it off, you can see the names over here in the dock will disappear. And one of my favorite settings here is the pane transition. and you can just change the transition effect in the home screen. So let's check out this flow transition. It's very subtle and you can notice it when you scroll slowly like this. There is also Google Now integration in the home screen, but I like to keep it turned off because I think Google Now is quite intrusive on your personal data. And lastly, this grid feature, you can customize how many icons you want, whether you want them to look bigger. So if I select 3x4, you can see the camera icon looks a little bit big, and generally you'll be able to add less icons if you select 3x4. You can see how big the icon got. Usually I like to keep it at 5x5 because there is a lot of, because the screen is quite big and I think I can easily use more space for my widgets and my icons. So guys, thank you for watching my tips and tricks video. I hope these tips and tricks will help you out in enhancing your experience on your own Sony Xperia XZ Premium. So guys, thank you for watching and do stay tuned for more videos like these, and I'll see you guys next time.